Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be focusing on preparing oil blends for relaxation. Relaxation time helps you to stay focused. At first that seems like a counterintuitive statement, but so much of our lives is about rushing around, being busy, watching the clock as time ticks by, that not doing this for a little while and having a chance to actually slow down helps you to process and to analyse much more easily, allowing you to actually be more productive and more focused. Having a little bit of me time means setting everything else to one side just for a little while, and is much needed in our hectic lives. Life can get a little bit complicated, and small tasks at work or at home can become big, overwhelming obstacles. So taking time out to focus on something else allows your mind to gently slot everything back into a logical place, allowing you to actually have a fresh mind and find answers to move forward. The other key need that we have is the need for rest, both physically and mentally. You cannot be mentally sharp 100% of the time, and you do need a bit of space just simply to unwind. This focused time on relaxation can really help you. Whatever you do, whether it's having a treatment, reading a book, or simply being still for a while. The addition of aromatherapy oils adds that extra dimension to that sense of relaxation. You've heard me talk about oils before. The practice of using oils for relaxation and well-being is steeped in ancient history and has developed into what we know today as holistic therapies, and these act on the mind, the body and the spirit. So today I'm going to focus on oils that are known for their relaxation benefits. Now these oils are known as ester-rich compound oils, and some examples are clary sage that we've got here, lavender, very well known one, and bergamot as well, among others. So these oils cause the brain to release something called gamma amino bitriic acid, and this is the brain's primary calming neurotransmitter. It acts as a chemical messenger, and it blocks or inhibits nerve signals, reducing overall nervous system ability, and promotes relaxation, controls anxiety, and helps to manage stress. Isn't it amazing what essential oils can do for us? As in all cases with essential oils, do your research, as these are powerful and volatile compounds. Also remember that essential oils must be diluted in some form of carrier medium. Today I'm going to focus on using almond oil as a carrier oil. It's very light. I find it very light to use and very versatile. And it's very gentle on the skin as well, and wonderfully suitable for simple, straightforward blends. For my first blend, I'll be using oils that are related to relaxation. So lavender, well known, I think, to all of us for its relaxation elements. Rose for its calmness, and vetiver for its sedative properties. This blend can be used in many different ways. So firstly, it can be used in massage. So let's have a go. So to create our first blend, we need our almond oil. So to create, I'm going to have to start again, I've lost my train of thought now. Okay, so to create your main blend, take your almond oil, and if we're aiming for a body massage, we want about 20 millilitres. And to that, you want to add 10 drops in total. So we'll do 5 drops of lavender, and 3 of rose. You have to be patient with rose. So rose is quite a thick oil, so it is always slow to come out. So don't worry, it just takes a little bit of time. So 3 of rose and 2 of vetiver. Okay, and that totals your 10 drops to 20 millilitres. And then give that a nice stir. That's wonderful. And you do get this sense of relaxation from the mixture and the aroma of the oils, which just puts you in the right mind frame to start relaxing. So you can simply take some of this and use it to massage your body. And allow it to absorb into the skin. The smell is wonderful. Take your time. Enjoy the feel of the oil soaking into the skin while you enjoy the amazing aromas as well. So do some simple basic massage moves, and that will help with your feeling of relaxation as well. I always like to massage the insides of my hands and my fingers. I get very dry hands, so that is going to help. Love these oils, it's wonderful. So you will have some oil left over depending on how much of a massage you want to do. You do whatever you're comfortable with. If you do have some left over, then simply put it into a sterilised bottle so that you can use it again, maybe using a slightly different method. For example, you can just literally take a tablespoon of the blend that's left over, and all you do is put that into a nice warm bath and allow yourself to literally drift away, to relax, soaking up those oils and the aroma of those oils in your nice warm bath after a hectic day, and you will really get that sense of winding down. Really, really helpful to calm a busy mind. You've got that warm water and then the aroma sense of a really good, well blended oil. I'm going to leave that in my room, which is another way. If you put that onto a cloth, or you can use a paper towel if you prefer, just fold it over a few times, and you can leave that in a room and you'll get that same feeling of relaxation from those oils in particular. Now, what you can also do is you can also use a diffuser as a simple but effective way to unwind. So you can just take a few drops of one of the oils that has been suggested earlier. Clary sage is always a good one in a diffuser, and I've got a few here. This is a simple one which I've put. This is actually a simple oil burner which then diffuses the oil, and literally you put a little bit of water in the bottom and probably a couple of drops is enough. I'm just going to get my lighter. And then use a lighter. And that clary sage will then permeate into the atmosphere and obviously put it somewhere safe, out of reach. And just leave it gently to burn. the other one that I do have here is an electric diffuser, and this one does actually change colour. So what I thought we'd do with this one is we'd add bergamot. So it's got some water in the bottom. So a couple of drops of bergamot. And this one has a light, and it changes the light to add a little bit of mood enhancement. It also has a mister. So if you like having a little bit of mist, which really allows the oil to permeate into the atmosphere, then it's possible to do that. There are so many of these available on the market. So I just thought I'd show you a couple. But you choose the one that actually suits you. So that brings me to my next oil blend. So this, as I said, is much more of a soothing blend. Still using the almond oil, so I've got 20 millilitres of almond oil there. And to get that sense of soothing, I've got frankincense, neroli and orange. So this blend really helps with instances where you're sort of overstressed and over anxious. And ironically, the floralness of things like orange and neroli, combined with the mood boosting oils such as frankincense, create a wonderful soothing massage oil, or you can even use this in a diffuser as well. Just one drop of each would be enough. But it really helps to bring a sense of calmness to the blend. So we start with the frankincense, and I would suggest 5 drops of the frankincense. Just a wonderful balancing oil. And then neroli next, I think. That would be 3 drops. And then this uplifting citrus oil of orange. Orange always surprises me because it never smells really orangey enough for me. But I have got one here. Just going to blend that with my glass rod there. That's lovely. And you can really imagine that in a room where you're trying to just calm down. Maybe you've had a really stressful day, or you're feeling anxious about something. You put a little bit of this in a nice warm bath, or you can use it in a similar way that we did earlier with the previous massage blend, or a drop of each in one of these diffusers, and that will really create a sense of calmness, definitely. Now, another blend that induces calmness, if you want something that's really simple and straightforward, would be using the almond oil and literally taking 5 drops of rose that we had earlier and 5 drops of geranium. I'm just going to open these because they really do smell wonderful, and I'm trying to get that smell into my head to remind myself what these two smell like together. Now that blends really well together. Yeah, the geranium on its own can be quite overpowering, but the rose just brings it down slightly. And both of these oils are well known for bringing calm to unsettled emotions. So if you're feeling anxious, literally in a diffuser, a couple of drops of each of this would be really helpful. Or make a blend up and use a couple of the methods that we spoke about earlier. So either a tablespoon in the bath, remember to mix it with almond oil, or even literally just a hand and arm massage will help you to bring that sense of calmness. So that brings me to the end of the main demonstration on oils or oil blends that are aimed at relaxation. But if all you can do is sit in a calm place for 15 minutes, putting maybe a couple of drops of an essential oil into an oil burner, keeping it all nice and simple, then that is still going to help you in some way to effectively relax and de-stress. If you can do it for longer than 15 minutes, do. It doesn't need to be anything complicated. As long as your body and your mind can switch off for a while, the benefits will really show in your ability to cope and be much more resilient. I hope you have found my suggestions useful and helpful, and thank you for sharing this time with me.